How's it going, folks? Rob here. Welcome back to the channel, back on Forza Horizon 6. Today, I'm going to show off an event I just created. Now, I like a little bit of hill climbing, and the last few months leading up to the release of this game on Horizon 5, I built my own hill climb event on Event Lab Island. Really enjoyed it. Was planning to do the same thing here, but I thought we've got such an awesome hilly terrain on this map, so I thought surely somewhere on the map we can use as a hill climb. So I've been looking everywhere. There's a lot of fantastic roads, but for what I want it to be at least a minute and a half long, and they're not quite long enough. That's what she said. So I decided to make my own, but not just any kind of hill climb for tiny little cars. Now let me explain. We're all the way down the bottom of the map, right near the cherry blossom area, right near this squiggly road that all the drifters are going to absolutely spend many hours wasting their tires on. So I probably should have prepped it a little bit better. I've been looking for different roads, and I thought, oh, maybe I can create my own, sort of just utilize a road that's already there, then add a few parts and a few road tiles and make my own, which is probably what I will do eventually. Just every now and then you stop and look. This is a really good looking game. It does suck we can't go to that mountain. It's just a massive prick tease. Maybe that'll come in the DLC. Who knows? So just over here, off the path that everyone's probably going to ignore because they're so busy drifting on the leaves that aren't slippery, is this little fella. So over the last 2 hours, I turned that. All right. And in the end, I made this. It's very exciting. It's a path with 2 fences on it. We'll get into it soon, what I've actually done. So this event that I've built it's a tight little hill climb / rally stage. As you can tell, it's on dirt. And as you can see, it is a little bit narrow, which I've done on purpose because this is designed for smaller little hatchbacks and the little compact cars to give them a space to feel where they're fast. Because if you take a normal little rally car, like a D-Class, they're not very fast and powerful. And if you put them on a regular rally road, something like this wide, they feel very slow. But if that same car suddenly that can only do 150 k's an hour is on a road this narrow, suddenly it feels very quick. Now, there's a reason why it's for compact cars. Not only is it narrow, but some of the corners, especially in this intro section, is very tight. You're not getting a massive off-roader through there. You're not going to be able to get a handbrake turn through there. Some of them are quite narrow. This took about 2 hours to build. As you can see, we're at the 66 prop limit. There's quite a lot of fences put down. I got to say again, it's absolute crap that Playground Games has removed so many props. I don't know why they've taken stuff out. Hopefully they come back up in a future update. But again, I got another really tight hairpin here. Again, you got to get your bloody fences. I have put, as you can see, I put arrows up so you can see where you're going. It is quite narrow. The event's set up in the rain as well. Normally it's drive when you're looking at it in this mode, but it is quite slippery. So I'd probably recommend going at least all-wheel drive. And as you see, it's a bit steep. There's some parts where it's a little bit bumpy. Then we fly on up here. I mean, I could have shown you this in the car, but we'll do that next. Fences, I didn't want the fences too high. It's purely there just to stop you going off the cliff. But at the same time, I want you to be able to see the scenery and the trees and all that behind to let you know that you are up high. And if you do go off, you're going for a tumble. But yeah, if I had a massive fence up to the height of the sign here, it's going to be too enclosed. At least this way you get to see a bit of the scenery as you're flying on past at 100 k's an hour. Where that speed along here on this tiny little track, it feels quite fast. So we've got a bit more of a climber here. Now there's some sections along here where it's a little, you can see it's very narrow, but you see here it's quite bumpy. I could have gotten rid of that. I could have covered that in using some of the road tiles, but I chose not to. I could have buried it in a certain way where it would have got rid of it. It adds a little bit degree of difficulty bumping over these because you get a bit airborne there. You just land in time and there's another one right here. So it's a little bit fun. There's a bit of I put the fence down just enough where there's a bit of a drop off. So if you do fall into that, you're going to hit the fence and basically come to a full stop. Yeah, there's quite a lot of these little narrow tracks on pretty much all the mountains in the game. A lot of the smaller ones. So I'm going to have to do some really, especially obviously once you go past Tokyo, all the way up to the snow. A lot of those mountains have these tiny little, they're kind of like little, I'd say fire lanes down here in Australia. I'd call them that to get away if there's a bushfire. But I'm going to have to go around and start utilizing them because they are quite fun to fly around in. If you set up a proper event, you don't have to worry about falling off the edge. So yeah, the trickier narrow part is pretty much that part there. Then this next part of the race is a bit faster. You do pick up a bit of speed as you work your way down the mountain, coming into one of the fastest, well, probably the fastest part in the map. Little bit of a left and a right here, back down here, down here. Again, you've got the arrows letting you know where to go. The danger signs are when there's a corner or there's something bad, because if you come around here to have enough speed, there is a sudden drop, and yeah, you do pick up a lot of speed coming down here. All of a sudden, these little cars feel like absolute hypercars. It's quite narrow, and you got all these fences coming up. You probably start want to brake around here, and don't forget it's going to be wet and slippery. And then we've got a little tight turn around here. Originally, I just had it coming down and you just turned and went up there, but it kind of felt a bit boring. This way you can come down here, really test out your brakes, and you pucker your back end up, get the handbrake out and flick it around. There is a jump here just because why not, just to break it up. Now we're over the halfway point here by now, but somebody put that there, so you get forced over here. And then there's another one here, so you got to swing back over. Got another tight spot. Nice little fun handbrake corner, this one. And then that is the only time we're on the main area of the road, because there's a connects to another one here of these tiny little narrow roads down here. Not that far to go. Another jump. Again, in the wet, this is quite entertaining because sometimes the cars can get a little bit wobbly. And as you can see where we are, there's a little bit of a drop off on both sides. I chose this area not to put the fences just to make it a little bit more stressful. And yeah, we're almost at the top. Another little tight one. Some fences here just to stop you cutting the corners. As we work our way just around here, one last climb. Just a little kink here around the trees. Checkpoints are put in a spot where you don't have to worry too much about the trees. So as long as you hit the checkpoints, you'll be fine. And then we finish just around here with a bunch of cherry blossoms. And that is the finish line right in this fella's crotch. This does continue on down, and it follows down to the road, but it's not that exciting. So yeah, that is the end. So yeah, I'm going to eventually have a look around the rest of the map and try and find more and build some more, but that is it. Now let's do a quick run in the car. So this is the Nissan Pulsar GTR. It's pretty much stock standard, but it's got, as you can tell, it's got off-road tires, and I think it's got an exhaust. But other than that, it's fairly standard. It's B-class. I think this is one of the ones aftermarket cars I found on the map. So you can see it is quite narrow, and we're only doing 60 odd Ks now, but you get the idea. Now, a lot of the rally stages are good fun, but as you can see, it is quite bumpy. One complaint I've had about the map of this game, as cool as it is, I think they've dumbed it down a little bit, especially with the cross country. It is nowhere near as bumpy as it used to be. But that section there, and that's what I said before. If you go too far over, you hit the wall and you just stop. I could have put the wall down a little bit further, but that's a bit of a degree of difficulty. You really, really want to stay away. So, like I said before, it really opens up here. It's still narrow, but it is a lot faster. So you want to make sure you got some really good soft rally suspension to absorb these bumps. And down here, the really fast sections, you really got to. We're only doing 160, but it feels pretty quick, especially in a car like this. Hard on the brakes. Oh, I left that a little bit too late. Yeah, it's something different. It's not the best. I imagine a lot of people can create things a little bit better, but we get to drive the really slow cars and make them feel quick for a day. All right, let's get on the handbrake here, drift it back around. That hasn't actually done too bad. This car's no tuning's done at all. Again, jump here for no reason other than the fact that it does that to the cars, and it's a little bit entertaining. The couple of cars I've tested around here when I was building it don't really like that last jump, but we'll make the final climb. Trying to concentrate so I don't absolutely balls this up as I record it live, and across the line into this guy's tackle. That is it. Oh, because it's not the proper race, so we actually hit him. Hopefully that hurt you, bastard. So that is it. The Sharecode will be down below. You're more than welcome to go check it out. I'll probably make a little series of this, just taking a bunch of little smaller K cars, some little hatchbacks. We'll build them up. No idea what class I'm going to do, or power ratios and speed, or I don't know. Got to work out on how we're going to build and what level we can build the cars up to, because obviously we don't want to be running S1 and S2 class cars down here. I don't think my skill level is quite at that. I'll just end up flying off the cliff at speeds that don't really want to be doing. So yeah, more than welcome to go check this out if you like a bit of little bit of a narrow hill climb rally stage for your little compact cars. Oh, this isn't going to work. We're going the wrong way. So I'm Rob. We'll end it there. Cheers for watching. Hope you enjoyed. You're more than welcome to download it and check it out. Let me know what you think. Speak to you later. Bye.